When it comes down to it, and remember, you have to choose. What would it be? A comfy car that your family can tag along in? Or an off-road madhouse that can satiate every need you have for that one-off, occasional, weekend jaunt that you want to do when you're feeling adventurous? Jeep, well, they've got an answer on one very simple question. Why choose? And this is what their answer is: the Meridian. And their promise, it's pretty simple. This is as good on-road as it is off-road. Now, the problem with those kind of promises is that they're rarely ever true. But one thing at a time.
All I'm just now, I just need a conversation. Your attitude is really knocking through my patience. I go and scream the middle fifth of contemplation. Bitch, you really did it, trick my shit wide open like you Jason. Don't take too long, don't need a shit if I embrace it. Let me get over you, can see what you be facing.
For the most part, you'll see that the Meridian's cabin is completely similar to the Compass. So, there's a 10.1-inch touchscreen in the center, a superb 10.25-inch instrument cluster, wireless charging, a panoramic sunroof, driving modes, and quite a few more features. But the second row, that's where it marks itself out as an improvement over the Compass. There's a good amount of legroom, 3 abreast would not be difficult, and as the Compass was, the Meridian's sound ride and handling make this a compelling place to be.
And it drives well too. I do have to admit that the 2-liter diesel could be a little more punchy, just feels a touch underpowered, and the gearbox as well could be a little bit more responsive. But it only really comes in the way when you're trying to get a quick burst of power for, let's say, a quick overtake. Other than that, really, really nicely done in terms of refinement.
Now, this is the same 170 horsepower diesel as in the Compass, but a remapped ECU and different engine calibration make this more suitable to the extended length and weight of the Meridian. While it never ends up feeling like the most powerful vehicle around, you will appreciate it for its linear power delivery and refinement levels. As for the 9-speed auto, once again, it shies away from being exceptionally quick, but gets the job done on the move. Overall, once you consider the extra 110 kilos that is piled on over the Compass, it's pretty impressive what the Meridian's achieving. And I have to admit, the Compass's strong suit, it's in full evidence here too. The Meridian has the best ride and handling characteristics in its class, bar none. Potholes, craters, ungainly speed bumps, throw anything its way. It'll take it. And around corners, the Meridian is an absolute delight. It hugs the road and does whatever you ask of it. Super impressive for an SUV that has 3 rows of seats. Oh, speaking of which.
As for the third row, well, I won't say much about it, but I will show you a clip. Pretty much explains everything. But once you start thinking about the third row as just additional luggage space, because you can fold them flat, you can drop it down and then fold it flat, it starts to make a lot of sense.
So far then, that's been how the new Jeep Meridian performs. But this isn't everything. Oh no, there's a whole different side to the Meridian you haven't seen yet.
Let's get dirty.
Now let's get something clear here. This is a Jeep, and they'd be off their rockers to give us a car that was anything less than exceptional off the road. But their sanity, it's very much intact. You can see the ease with which the Meridian tackles crawling up steps, playing with gravity via the axle breakers, wading through water, and just being a hooligan in general. And you do all of this sitting in a cabin that's a crisp 18 degrees Celsius, seat coolers on, and for the most part, I didn't even have to switch to 4x4 low. It's that good over the rough stuff. Now, I'm not saying you'll be using all of Jeep's off-road hardware on a regular basis, but it's always nice to know you have it, right?
That's that, the Meridian. This was so much fun off-road. It just blitzed that entire course with such ease. I wasn't expecting it at all. But the question still remains, is it as good on-road as it is off-road? Not quite. It is decidedly better off-road. But does that make it a bad deal? Not really if you think about it. As always, thank you for watching. This is Forbes India Momentum. I'm Raunak. See you on the next one.